with regards to ISIS. We're not going to weaken them. We're not going to degrade them. We're not going to invite them to a community love-in. We are going to utterly and completely destroy ISIS.
Well, with ISIS on the rise, and of course that's Ted Cruz and chaos around the globe. The latest place we're hitting is now Libya yesterday. Who's the best presidential candidate to lead our military? Let's ask Medal of Honor recipient Sergeant Dakota Meyer. He has made his choice. He's already appeared with Ted Cruz, and he's here to reaffirm that today. He's at the Marine Corps. He's a Marine Corps reservist and joining us now live. Sergeant, what made you say, despite really no military service for anyone except Governor Perry on the right, who's no longer in this thing, and, of course, Senator Graham, that Ted Cruz had the military background for you to get behind him?
You know, I mean, I think he's a man of honor. I mean, you know, I call Ted Cruz a friend, and I think that he's a man of honor. I mean, he's the type of man that when I sit down with him, that he's the type of man that I know that I would want as a commander-in-chief that would be behind me. I mean, I think with his, you know, with his plan to rebuild the military, to build us back up, I mean, we've seen it go down the last few years. And then on top of it, you know, with the Reagan-style leadership that he's proposing, of peace through strength, I mean, that's the type of person that I would like as a commander-in-chief.
Well, Dakota, you know that his integrity's been attacked pretty extensively, especially in the last debate. And then we have these robocalls and accusations, and Donald Trump yesterday saying, as did Marco Rubio. Do you feel as though, does that bother you at all, that all this is going on and him being called a liar?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating for me. I was just on the campaign trail with him, and, you know, everybody, you know, you got Marco Rubio, Donald Trump, you know, Carson calling him a liar. And you know, look, we're there, and they're posting stuff inside the bathrooms. You know, it was one of the other campaigns, who knows which one it was, but they're posting, you know, placards inside the bathrooms while we're out there speaking against Ted Cruz. You know, I think the reason that we're seeing this and that focus is going there is because, you know, I think the race is down between Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, and you see the other two, you know, jumping on the bandwagon with Donald Trump because they don't want him to turn on them. And, you know, I think Cruz is staying focused on the mission and telling people what he's going to do for them, not complaining about the issues or what other people are saying about him.
And, Dakota, another thing, when you hear somebody, you fight in the military, you actually fight these wars. You take the shots and you give them back and you pull people out of the line of fire. When you hear candidates say things like, we're going to carpet bomb ISIS, when you know most of them in the major cities hiding behind women and children, that's what seems to me to be a very rudimentary look at what of a knowledge of the military. Does that halt you at all?
You know, I mean, listen, I think that sometimes candidates get caught up in the emotions of it. I mean, look, you look at the other side, and I think that, look, it comes down to the two of Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, and I tell you, it makes it an easy decision.
Why?
You know, look, I think Donald Trump had a chance to serve his country, and the last time his country needed him, you know, he didn't go. I mean, I know he says he had bone spurs, but I can tell you in my generation, I've watched men with, you know, amputees re-enlist. If you want to serve, you would have served.
Well, in the big picture, if you think, what is the Dakota Meyer strategy for neutralizing ISIS as you see them spread from Iraq to Syria to Libya and possibly into Europe?
Well, and that's where I have the confidence in Senator Cruz. I have confidence that he's going to sit there and he's going to stand, and he's going to not necessarily do what's popular, but he's going to do what's right. And I think that that's what we need in the first step of going after ISIS. We've got to call it what it is, and then we've got to come up with a strategy. And the other piece of Senator Cruz that I like so much was not only is he not only is he an effective communicator, but he's a good listener. And that's what we need. We need someone that's going to go in there, that's going to listen to their advisors, that's going to listen to you know, our military advisors and listen to their strategy on how we should go forward and do this. And I feel like that you would have that as a commander-in-chief of Senator Ted Cruz.
And it's got to be such a great feeling for Senator Ted Cruz to have a decorated veteran like yourself in his corner and on the stage. And you joined him on the 17th in February, and I imagine you're going to join him again. Hey, Sergeant, thanks for getting up with us this morning. Appreciate it.
No, thank you so much.
All right, Dakota Meyer. Meanwhile,